Hi guys, Tom here. This is my TaoTao TBR7, which is a Chinese-made dual-sport motorcycle. Does not have a good reputation on quality or performance, but I have had this bike for 5 years now. And one of the most common questions I get about this motorcycle is, do you ride it on the highway? Simple answer is, yes, I do. A lot of people actually don't believe that answer. So one day I was messing around and testing some camera equipment. I did grab a highway ride, and here it is. Quick apology for the video. I was testing the field of vision on the camera, the way it's mounted on my helmet, and as you can see, I didn't get so much the traffic, but at least I did get the GPS and the motorcycle being on the highway. And this footage is good enough to answer the question, can the TBR7 get on the highway? As you can see now, I'm merging onto the highway, and it does get up to 65 miles an hour. But you can sense in the video, it is struggling. My goal was not a top speed test on a TBR7. I was going to do about 70 miles an hour, as you can see here, and just hold it. Now, it's not ideal conditions. There is a little bit of a crosswind, there is traffic on the road, and like a real world test, there are hills on this road. You'll see that basically the TBR7 can hold 70 miles an hour on the flat, and the hill's coming up, so watch the speed change. As you can see from the GPS on the lower left, the speed is dropping. You see how low it's gotten, down to 62 miles an hour, and cars are passing me on the left. 61 here. Not a lot of traffic today, but on a heavy traffic day, it might feel very uncomfortable with a lot of traffic zipping by you on the left. But nonetheless, the TBR7 is still holding its own on the highway. I am gaining a little bit of speed as the hill kind of diminishes. Now I believe I'm more on the flat area. Now I turned down the volume for the motorcycle, but it is struggling right now. It's in the 5th gear. And the RPMs are kind of vibrating the bike quite a bit. You can see a lot of cars passing me here. I'm definitely not a speed demon on the highway. As you can tell by the speed drop, I am on a little bit of an uphill, and cars are passing me on the left. I'm having a hard time maintaining the speed limit, which is about 65 at this point. If there's any question, I'm in 5th gear, full throttle, not tucked right now. I'm sitting upright. It's not a speed test. I'm doing basically a camera equipment check. I'm coming to the top of the hill now. And there'll be a point where I actually regain 70 miles an hour again, but I don't want to go above 70 miles an hour. So I'll flash a thumbs down sign just to basically just give myself an indication I'm actually throttling down. So here I am at 70 miles an hour. There's a thumbs down, basically just to indicate I'm throttling down. Just checking to see if the engine RPMs change the camera as far as any motion blur or anything.
Might not be the greatest video in the world, but it did test the camera's field of vision. I'm going to have to make adjustments on my helmet mount. And it did capture some information to be able to address the question, can the TBR7 be ridden on a highway? Now, you can see it does, and some people probably are comfortable doing long distance rides on the highway with the TBR7, but me, I just like to do short trips to get to backcountry areas. You can see up ahead, traffic's starting to build, so I'm going to slow down and end the highway portion of the video here.
All right, so you can't argue with the video footage. The bike was on the highway and it maintained highway speeds. Simply put, the motorcycle is fast enough to get into trouble, but not get out of trouble on the highway. So I'm going to keep the bike on back roads and maybe some dirt roads, what it's designed for. But that is the answer. This TaoTao TBR7 can go on a highway and can hold its own. If there's any questions or comments or feedback, please leave them in the section below. I appreciate your time. Ride safe.